Hey there, and welcome to HisTime365. I'm so glad you're here for day 116 of our 365-day journey through the Bible. Today, we'll look at 2 Chronicles 9 through 11, and I'll walk you through what happens, what it means, and why it matters. I'll share a summary and some insights to help you see the big picture and connect with the heart of the scripture. During your quiet time, I encourage you to read today's lesson in a Bible translation that speaks to you best. Now grab a quiet moment, take a deep breath, and let's spend a few minutes giving God His time. The legacy of Solomon: wisdom, wealth, and consequences. Have you ever wondered how the choices we make can shape both our lives and the lives of those around us? In 2 Chronicles 9 through 11, we encounter the Queen of Sheba, who arrives in Jerusalem to test Solomon's famed wisdom and witness his wealth firsthand. She comes bearing gifts and a heart full of curiosity, eager to see if the stories she has heard are true. Solomon impresses her with his wisdom and the lavishness of his court, leaving her breathless. She proclaims, "The half was not told me." 2 Chronicles 9:6, acknowledging the depth of Solomon's riches and understanding. As we move into the next chapter, we see Solomon's legacy unfold. He builds a magnificent temple for the Lord, a place of worship that becomes a symbol of God's presence among His people. The temple is not just a building, it represents a divine connection and a center for the Israelites to come together. Solomon dedicates this temple with a heart full of prayer, asking for God's blessing upon it, 2 Chronicles 6:18. He understands that the temple is for the people, a place where they can seek God and find guidance. However, in chapter 10, we face a turning point. After Solomon's passing, Rehoboam is set to take the throne. The people approach him asking for a lighter burden than what they endured under Solomon's rule. Rehoboam, seeking counsel from both the wise elders and his peers, ultimately chooses to listen to the reckless advice of his young friends. He responds harshly, declaring that he will add to their burdens instead of alleviating them. This decision leads to the division of the kingdom, with 10 tribes rejecting Rehoboam and following Jeroboam instead. "What portion have we in David?" they cry. 2 Chronicles 10:16, signaling the beginning of a split that will have lasting repercussions. In chapter 11, we see Rehoboam's attempts to secure his reign as he builds fortifications and gathers an army. Yet, despite his efforts, he learns that God is behind this division, as it was prophesied, 2 Chronicles 11:4. Rehoboam is faced with the reality that his choices have consequences. His harshness has cost him a significant portion of his kingdom. Meanwhile, the priests and Levites, loyal to the temple worship, leave their homes to join Jeroboam, who sets up his own places of worship with golden calves. The true worship of God is at risk as fear and division take root. What does this mean for us today? Solomon's wisdom brought wealth and prosperity, yet his later years showed how a drift from following God can lead to disarray. Rehoboam's story reminds us that the decisions we make, especially in leadership and family, can create ripples far beyond our immediate surroundings. In our workplaces, we might face moments where we can choose kindness or harshness. A gentle word can foster teamwork, while a heavy-handed approach can create division. In families, how we communicate can either strengthen bonds or create misunderstandings. Consider money management as another example. Like Solomon's wisdom leading to wealth, wise financial choices can lead to security and peace. However, neglecting these responsibilities can cause stress and anxiety within a household. Managing our digital lives poses similar challenges. Just like Rehoboam listened to the wrong advice, we too can be swayed by the noise of social media, leading to choices that may not align with our values. In all these scenarios, the key takeaway is our choices matter. They shape our lives and the lives of those around us. What can we learn from Solomon's approach to wisdom and wealth that applies to our own lives? How can we ensure that the advice we follow, like Rehoboam's, aligns with our values and leads to positive outcomes? In what ways can we promote unity in our families and workplaces, particularly when faced with difficult decisions? How do the consequences of our actions influence our relationships with others, both positively and negatively? Thanks so much for joining me today for HisTime365. Remember, today's reading is 2 Chronicles 9 through 11, so be sure to spend some time with those verses during your quiet time. Tomorrow, we'll be diving into 2 Chronicles 12 through 14, so feel free to read ahead if you'd like to prepare. If you enjoyed this time together, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so that you never miss a day on this journey. I'll see you back right here tomorrow for day 117. Until then, stay encouraged and thank you for giving God His time.